I am coming in for a very long overdue pregnancy update. I think I told you I was pregnant maybe a month ago, and I have not done a single update video since then. I had great intentions to, but well, you know, I told you I was pregnant, and then we went right away on our week-long trip to Texas, and I knew I wasn't gonna get anything done then as far as pregnancy updates. And then when we got back, I was just thrown right into the midst of fatigue and nausea, I think partially related to like flying and all that. But that was when I was about 6 to 7 weeks pregnant, and that's when the nausea and fatigue hit, definitely. And ever since then, I've thought, okay, I'm gonna do, you know, my pregnancy updates on Wednesday and do my Wellness Wednesday, and then I'd be exhausted and all of my video making time would be taken up with nap time, and then Wednesday would pass and I would think, oh well, I'll just wait and do it next Wednesday, and then that didn't happen. And so I realized I really just have to do these video updates whenever I can get them in and not worry about it being on Wednesday. Just whenever I have the time and the energy, I'm gonna do it. So as far as where I'm at right now, let's see, I am almost 9 weeks. I will be 9 weeks on Tuesday, and today is Sunday. So almost 9 weeks, and like I said, in the midst of fatigue and nausea. I don't get terrible morning sickness like some women, which I'm thankful for. It's just enough nausea to be really annoying, and a lot of food aversions, just nothing sounding good, and you know, it's like something finally sounds like it would taste good, and then you work and cook it, and then by the time you're done cooking it, you're like, oh, this doesn't look good at all anymore. And then also I've been really sensitive to smells. So like I cook something in the house, and then like for the next week I can smell that in the house, and it just smells nasty. And so I'm like airing out the house constantly, trying to get smells out and just all of that kind of, you know, regular pregnancy stuff. I have been very tired, just needing to take a nap every day. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this, those of you that have been pregnant, but what I find in my first trimester that naps, I get so exhausted that I have to take a nap, but I actually feel worse when I wake up from my nap. So it's like, I don't want to take a nap, but then I just can't keep my eyes open, so I have to, and then I wake up and it's like, you know, nausea in the morning again, and I just feel awful. So I've been trying not to take naps as much as possible, but that usually doesn't happen. So exhaustion and fatigue, and then, you know, those two things combined lead to no motivation to do anything. Basically, I'm doing whatever I need to do to make it to the next day, to keep the kids fed, to keep everyone alive, you know, the bare minimum with schoolwork, all that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, but I know that it doesn't last forever. I usually have all these symptoms going on up until about 12, 13 weeks, and then it usually fades, and I get my second trimester, second wind going on. So I'm really looking forward to that. I still have a few weeks. So if you don't see me very often in the next few weeks, just know that I'm probably taking a nap during my video making time. And I have a really no stress approach to my YouTube channel. So if I don't have time to make a video, or I don't want to make a video, or I feel like I would do better taking a nap instead of making a video, I have no stress, no pressure. I don't put pressure on myself to keep up any kind of a schedule or anything like that. Usually I have no problem getting out several videos in a week, but times like this, I just let myself do what I need to do and get the videos out whenever I can. And I'm finding that basically the videos that I'm making are the ones where I'm doing something that I have to do, like grocery shopping or cooking. I have a couple videos that I have filmed, and I still need to get them edited. Been taking naps during my editing time, and but those are, it's like food prep video, just stuff that I had to do, cooking, and then grocery shopping. I have to go grocery shopping. But then pregnancy updates, stuff that I don't have to do, I'm just like, well, I'll just take a nap instead. So that's kind of where I'm at. So the next couple of videos you see after this one are going to be from about a week ago, a little less than a week ago. Yeah. I don't like to put out videos out of order. I really like to like make a video and get it posted within a day or two. But like I said, no stress. I'm not going to worry about it if I'm not going to be able to do that in times like this. So I did want to go back real quick and talk a little bit about like when I found out I was pregnant and like the whole fertility thing and all that, just to give you, just to get it out on a video and have it recorded. I feel like this is going to be my last pregnancy. This will be baby number 5 for us, and that's kind of the number I've had in my head for a while. Obviously it could change. God can change our hearts, and things can happen that we don't expect, and if that happens, we'll be totally fine with it. But as much as it has to do with us, we feel like this is going to be our last. And so I really like the idea of having everything on videos so I can go back and look, kind of like you would a pregnancy journal or whatever. So anyways, I wanted to go back to the beginning and let you know kind of how that all came about. I have been very open about the idea that we did want to have another baby, and that we were going to start trying towards the end of the summer. And so we basically we said, okay, we'll stop using protection. And I know this is probably going to be TMI for some of you guys, so feel free to turn it off at any time. So basically we didn't start charting anything or tracking anything. We just said we'll stop using protection and see what happens. With Renee, it took us 7 months to get pregnant. With Charity, before that, it took us 4 months. And then with the first two, it took us only 1 month. The first month we started trying, or we stopped using protection, we got pregnant. So I was thinking, we got pregnant really fast for the first two, and then the other two, it's kind of gotten longer and longer, so maybe it'll take a year for us to get pregnant. Well, we started just not using protection, and it was like 3 weeks later that I found out I was pregnant. Basically, like, there's only one chance when it happened, and so I know exactly the date we conceived, and I looked at my husband and I said, we still got it. We can get pregnant within a month. And we were looking back on it and realizing that when I got pregnant with Charity, I had just finished nursing Talia, and then when I got pregnant with Renee, I just finished nursing Charity, and so my body was still adjusting hormonally. And so this time, since we waited an extra year, I've been finished breastfeeding for almost a year and a half, and so my body was just ready to do this again. So anyways, that was exciting. Although with the last one, with Renee taking 7 months, I kind of got into, I'm sure you women who have tried to conceive before can understand and relate, where every single month you're like, this is going to be it, and you take 50 different pregnancy tests, not really 50, but almost. And it's like you take it 6 days in advance, like before your period starts, because that's what the box says. It'll give you the results 6 days early, blah blah blah. And so I did that, and I drove myself crazy. And I mean, it only took us 7 months. I know for a lot of people it takes a lot longer than that, and so I don't know what I would have done if it had taken longer. Probably would have gone insane. So anyways, with this time, when we just started, not using protection, I was like, I really need to just relax and not worry about it, and just let it be. I'm not going to take a test until like my period is actually missed. I'm not going to take any early. And then it was actually 3 days before my period, and I honestly was not going to take a test. But I woke up at like 3 a.m. and that's really unusual for me normally, but during pregnancy that's really normal for me. And I was like, I'm going to just take a test, because I had a few extras, and so I was like, I'll just take one. And I was like, I know for sure it's going to be negative. I just know for sure. And so I took the test, and it was positive 3 days before my period was due. And I have never had a pregnancy test come back that early. So it was like, my body was just like, come on, we're doing this. And everything just started moving really fast. And so I got my pregnancy test positive on September 2nd, I believe. And I'm counting it as a blessing from God that we got pregnant so fast with this one, because like I said, I just drove myself crazy last time, and I didn't want to do that again. But then when you're going through it every single month, you get your hopes up, and then it not being the month, I didn't want to deal with that again, obviously. I mean, of course I would have if that had been what had happened, but I just felt like God was like, I'm just gonna give this one to you. And so I was like, okay, I'll take it. All right, so that's kind of where I'm at right now and what's going on with the pregnancy and symptoms and all that. I do want to do a second video about the Whole30. I've kind of mentioned that here and there, and kind of my reasons for wanting to do one. I've kind of had it in my mind to do a Whole30 as soon as my pregnancy started, like planning from a long ago. If I were to get pregnant, I'd want to do a Whole30 right at the beginning. So I'll go into all that in another video and kind of talk about our Whole30 plans and all that goodness, and like my diet plans throughout the pregnancy, so you can look for that video coming soon. But that I just want to leave there since I'm already at like 10 minutes. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am doing well. I am just surviving, and I'm in my first trimester and everything's perfectly normal, which is fatigue and nausea. So I am working through that, and I think that's it. I hope you guys are doing great, and thank you to those of you who were concerned and reached out to see if I was all right. I apologize for being quiet about the whole pregnancy thing for so long. Like I said, it was just because I couldn't think about doing anything that I didn't absolutely have to do. So that is it from me. I hope you guys are doing great, and I will be back again whenever I get to it with another pregnancy update and with the Whole30 plans. Bye, guys.